Hello students, in this video I would like to explain d orbital splitting in tetrahedral crystal field under crystal field theory. Like d orbital splitting in octahedral crystal field, here also the metal d orbitals are influenced by the ligand's electrical field. Now here the number of ligands are 4. So the effectiveness of the ligand's field is less than the octahedral field. And here we can see that the d orbitals and the ligands are placed in this tetrahedral geometry. Say this is the metal and the ligands are coming. These two are the ligands from the corners of a particular plane of this cube. Now the other two ligands should come from the opposite plane and from the opposite corner also. So these are the 4 ligands placed around the metal. Now the d orbitals, those are along the axis, like dx square minus y square and dz square. They are away from the ligands, and the orbitals, those lobes are in between the axis, like dxy, dxz and dyz. They come closer to the ligand, as it is shown here. This is an example of a ligand, which is example of the orbital, d orbital of this kind, means among the dxy, dxz and dyz. Therefore, in case of d orbital splitting in tetrahedral crystal field, we find that this is the energy profile diagram. Here you can see that the d orbitals for free metal ions or atom, their degeneracy is, first their energy is increased in presence of the crystal field of the ligands, 4 ligands. Their average energy is increased. Now the degeneracy of these d orbitals are lifted in such a way that the energies of these 2 orbitals, those are along the axis, their energy is decreased from the average value of the energy of these d orbitals, and it is decreased by 3/5 parts of delta t, where delta t is the separation energy of these 2 set of orbitals, d orbitals, and the other 3 dxy, dxz and dyz orbitals, those are in between the axis. Their energy is lifted from the average value by 2/5 parts of this delta t. Now in spectrochemical terminology, these 2 orbitals are termed as E, and these 3 are termed as T2. Now here, in comparison to the octahedral field, in octahedral field it was stated as EG and T2G, G for Gerardi symmetry, which is absent in case of tetrahedral field. Therefore the G term is missing here. It is only stated as E and T2. So the lower energy orbitals, 2 orbitals are stated as E, and the other 3 orbitals, their energy is lifted from the average energy. It is termed as T2. Now one point is there. If we compare the d orbital splitting energy in tetrahedral field as well as in the octahedral field for a particular set of metal and ligand, say metal is chromium and ligand is ammonia. So for this kind of metal and ligand, if with chromium there are 4 ligands, then it is the splitting energy, and if 6 ligands, 6 ammonia are there, then the splitting energy is delta O. Now this is the relation, delta T equals to 4/9 delta O. So it is found that delta T is less than delta O for a set of metal ligand. Therefore, it is found that since this separation energy is not so high, therefore electron can easily move to the higher energy orbital here in the T2 state, and therefore it is found that in most cases that electrons do not get paired up in the lower energy orbital without going to the higher energy state in the T2 level. So that's why low spin tetrahedral complex is rare. So if we follow some examples like that for chromium with 4 ligands, whatever be the ligands, chromium 3+, so chromium 3+ is 3d3, so therefore 3 electrons are there. If we write the electron arrangement, then 1, 2, then 3, so it is E2, T2, 1. So the number of unpaired electron is 3. Here for this complex FeL4 ligand, 4 ligands with 3+ charge of Fe, primary valency. Then Fe3+, 3d5, its electron arrangement in this tetrahedral field. There are 5 electrons, so it will be accommodated like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So E2, T2, 3. So there are 5 electrons, those are unpaired. So if it was low spin complex, it is a high spin complex. If it was a low spin complex, then there can be 4 electrons be accommodated and 1 there. So instead of E4, T2, 1, here it came E2, T2, 3. So the number of unpaired electron is more. Therefore, it is because the delta T separation energy is not so high, and therefore electron can move easily to the higher energy T2 state. So that's why it is stated as low spin tetrahedral complex is rare. Now for cobalt 3+ complex, cobalt 3+ is 3d6, so the configuration will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 6. 1 will be paired here. So there will be 3 electrons and there will be 3 electrons here also. So E3, T2, 3 is the arrangement, and 1 electron here and 3 electrons here will be unpaired. Total 4 number of electrons will be unpaired. Now this complex, nickel 2+ complex, 3d8. So if we arrange the electrons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So all the electrons are paired up here. 2 electrons are here, those are unpaired. Number of unpaired electron is 2, and the configuration is E4, T2, 4. So in this way, by using the crystal field theory, we can write the electron arrangement of the metal, ion or atom in the complexes, and therefrom we can calculate the number of unpaired electrons, and from there we can calculate the magnetic moment of the complex also. Thank you.